Hello everyone, I'm Iron Phoenix and welcome to Space Engineers! I love this game. Hold on. There was something I think I may have forgotten. Oh. Yeah, we're on Armageddon mode. I forgot that little small thing. And I've got no energy. Good God. Right, let's get inside here and restart my generator. I think I can go in here and press Y, can't I? I hope so, because... No, press Y, not T. Yes. So I can turn that one. So, a little bit of a recap. Yeah, so we've got big meteors flying at us. We've also got a beacon. We've stolen a military mine layer, which I'm going to use to kind of cut it down and turn it into something fun. And... I think that's it. We've got the beacon, we've got the military mine layer, we've got huge killer meteors, and yeah. So what I'm thinking is that we need a better way of mining things, and we also need a better way of collecting ores. Because it's one thing to strip down a ship to do anything like that by sort of hand, and it's quite another to basically cut up the ship above a platform so that all the stuff falls into a sorting system. It goes into a chest. It's a lot easier, basically. So I'm thinking that might be a good way to go about it now. So all of my stuff in here needs to go into here. With computers, motors and the like. And my donor vehicle, which is up here, can start to be cut up. Right, so I'm going to start by cutting this rear section off completely and probably taking out this one as well, the rest of this missile turret. Oh yeah, and I'll start stripping out the insides as well, I think, and putting all of that stuff into a cargo container, because a few things have changed. So we've now got conveyor systems, which is really nice, and that allows us to transport items around. So you can have one cargo container connected to a system and then manage your system through that cargo container, which is rather neat. I'm just trying to find where the door is. Right, so before, I said that the doors seem to be opening by themselves. That's because they ruined the collision model for the doors, and so yeah, you can just currently go straight through the door. That's a bug. It's not a feature. So that was the nuclear reactor, and that was the cargo container. So I'm just literally going to start tearing this ship to pieces, and putting all this stuff into one of those cargo containers. Because what I can then do is use that little ship that I've got to actually move those cargo containers around once I tear them out of the ship. First we've got to tear them out of the ship, but I won't do that until we've actually got some reason to do it, basically. Right, I'm going to need this gravity generator, but because of the size of my inventory, I've got it on realistic. I can only move one gravity component at a time, so it's a little bit slow. But that's another benefit of cutting up a ship and putting it all into the nearby cargo container, because you can then actually move that cargo container around and put in on the right stuff you know, you can put your connector onto the cargo container, and then yeah, that's all good. Right, so let's take out this interior wall so we can start also building our space station, because I've got these asteroids and they are smacking into that, sorry, I've got these meteors and they're smacking into that asteroid. What I want to have is a base that is built behind this this asteroid. We mine out the asteroid on our side and the meteors will hit on the other side. Eventually, of course, we want to get to a stage where that station can be completely protected by those big meteors that are smacking at us. So currently, admittedly, I am taking down the only thing that can potentially protect me from those meteors, but that won't be for long. This is a donor vessel, so I am literally going to be using this to as materials for my space station. There'll be little saves. There we go. So yeah, I'm just quite literally just tearing out everything nearby. These interior plates are going to be very good for what I have planned, and it's something that I prototyped in another world. Actually, I don't know whether to build a space station or a ship. I could build a refinery ship. It'd be huge, but I'd also be able to move it around. So maybe actually we do that. So we build a instead of building a station behind it, we actually build a ship. I think a ship might be kind of more awesome, because then I can have launch bays and yeah. So we're going to do a ship instead, and it's going to be huge. Designed to refine metals and just move around, shooting down meteors and generally causing a nuisance. It's a factory ship, so it's a ship that does everything. You can position a larger vessel above it, or you know, any kind of vessel above it, and then cut it up, and you've got your gravity generators on, and so all of your pieces just fall onto the ship, and then it goes into the ship. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. But first, I'm just going to cut up a little bit more of this ship so that we've got a different way in to the side. I'll probably also cut this ship in half, so we'll lose the rear half of this ship, so it'll be through this bit here. Alright, when I say lose, so all of this behind here, apart from there's a Gatling cannon up there, all of that behind there is literally just steel plates. So the only thing that this is going to be giving me is plates for, well, steel, for armor and structural stuff. But it's going to be a big structure, and all the while we're going to have these meteors coming in at us, so it's going to be fun. Right. I think I've done probably enough cutting up for the moment. I'll take some steel plates, and I also need some construction components. I think if I do that, let's take 40 steel plates, or 44 steel plates, and let's take those construction components as well. Right, I can get down here, go through that door and just jump in there for the moment. So the first thing that we're going to build for the ship is a docking bay, and on this docking bay I will also put in a Gatling cannon, which we can turn on should meteors manage to get through this asteroid, but they shouldn't get through this asteroid for quite some time. So for that we are going to need a few bits and pieces. I'm just going to cut my way straight out of this ship. Oh, that's... what is that? I don't know what that is. Oh, that's a large thruster. Okay, fine, we're going to go out this way. And up and down, wasn't it? So, yeah, right. So what we're going to need for this, something that I've prototyped previously, I'm going to need a new large ship. And I'm going to put this large ship about here. Yeah, so we'll build out behind it. Okay. Okay, that goes about there, and let's just, that was it, insert. Turn that around. That look good? Yeah, let's go for that. And then start putting in the steel plate. So I'm going to basically be building a framework. So I'm not going to be oh, hold on, I need some more steel plate. So I'm not actually going to be building much of the ship this time. I'm going to be sort of showing you the basic structure that I'm going to be using. That should be enough. And then probably filling it out off camera, so it'll just be easier. So what I want for this to be is a place where I can put my cargo containers. Then they are going to clamp onto this. I can then build a connector on the bottom of the cargo container and then get all of that out. I can also use this as a sort of a temporary docking station for smaller containers or for ships. So we come out about here and about there we go. Right. So that's our clamping bay. Right, so we now need to come down. Need to work this one out. So we want it reasonably what's the word? Reasonably versatile. So we'll bring it down. What, another one? So that clamps in there. 2, 3, 2, 3. Yeah, and we can come out here. And then give it, just give it a moment for save. Come out there, I think. No. It needs to come out. It needs to turn into that one, collector. I'll just spin that collector around. So the collector is what gathers all the materials, and the connector is what spits them out. I can also bring in ships to here and then sort of cut them up, and then any pieces that fall into there go into the system. But of course we don't have much of a system yet, so conveyor goes down about there. Only I need some interior plates for that. Let me think, where can I get some interior plates from? I think I've got some actually in the... oh, I could just cut out this. Oh, I'll just pull it out of the cargo container, it's fine. Okay. Okay, where are... maybe next... that's nuclear reactors. Got lots of cargo containers here, which is rather useful. So I'm going to need a lot supplies to build a large cargo container in a moment. Right, where were we? Here we go. So, conveyors go in here, no, in there, and we also need conveyor tubes. Where are they? And here. So conveyors can transport items around corners. They can also do things directly, but I kind of like the look of these things. Maybe some more steel plates. I prefer the look of the tubes to the conveyors, which is why I'm using the conveyors. Which is why I'm using the tubes instead of just conveyors. I think quite a few people just use conveyors. Alright, so that goes there, and that goes there. Alright, I'm just gonna weld what I have in. So I don't think I need any more interior plates. From there, right, so if we bring it out from here, so we have a wall along here, probably interior wall, and then we bring it out from here and round, so we have a wall here. For that we're going to need some more plates. Kind of lucky I have this nice supply of plates here. Cut through that one. Right. Yeah, there's something else there that doesn't have. Cut through that one. Cut through that. Right, we're fully stocked on plates now. Right, okay, so we were going to have a wall down here. No. There's a little bit of frame rate issues today. Not completely sure why. I think there are frame rate drops every time one of those meteors goes past, so if the video gets a little bit chuggy, it's because of the meteors, but hopefully there might be some other reasons as well. Maybe once I've taken down the missile turrets, that might be a little bit easier, I don't know. Right. So we are going to put our interior wall along here. But the other thing that we also need is some way of... So we need power. We need... so if my windows are going along here, let's use glass windows. It's going to have to be the glass window. Do we use that one, or yeah, let's use these ones. I'll need some girders though. Okay, let's just leave space for these then. So we'll have windows too high. It's not that unlike building a Minecraft house really, only the player is one block high, one medium block high, so it's very easy to make something not really fit proportion wise. Something that I'm having some fun doing, because obviously can't. Usually I would build my Minecraft houses 3 high and then put the roof over the top, but if I do any more than 2 high it just looks silly, so having to learn some new tricks for this game. Alright, so that's that, and then we can put the chair, the control chair there. This is not the control chair for the entire ship, this is more the control chair for this system. So although you can't specify a chair to only do to perform one action at the moment, what you can do is, you know, just use it for that action. So I wouldn't use that chair for moving the ship around. I would use that chair for small manoeuvring and locking the clamp. So I don't think I can. So that's going to have to be an interior wall, but let's just get some armour in there for the moment. Oh no, this. Wait a minute. Right. So that's going to be a reactor, and that's going to be a cargo container. So these two are going to be. Are they going to be? No, that one's going to be a conveyor. I need more interior plate for that. Right, was it interior plate we needed? Actually, I'll just take this floor out. Yeah, but right, okay. Which way up are we? So that is my down, as it were. So it's going to be this way. Alright, so control chair, I'm going to use cockpit. It's a slightly annoying bug. I'm going to use cockpit 3 because it's quite a nice one. It's quite low down, so yeah, I think that would be quite nice. Right, and that's that. We also need a small reactor. I think I'm going to turn it over to insert. Next to it, we're going to have a small cargo container. Insert, and I'm almost out of. That's fine. So I'm just building things at the moment. So that's right. So that links into there. I put a. Yeah, let's put a conveyor here as well. So that means that I can put uranium into the reactor without having to pull it out of the system, and it's just generally a lot easier then. Right. My life support systems are about to fail, so let's get in here. And wait for this to charge. This build, just to warn people, this build has been showing quite a few bugs with it. Maybe next build they'll have fixed them. But yeah, so although you do now have the weapon systems and tracking and that lot, you are also having to deal with some quite nasty frame rate drops. So if you do want to do Armageddon mode, you might want to turn quite a lot of stuff off or down, simply because it's cooking the frame rate at the moment. Right. I might start taking this door down. I don't really need a door here, and all it's doing is annoying me. Plus, I could actually do with the display and the computers. And possibly the motor. Yeah, right. That's a nuclear reactor. That's a cargo container. Just get rid of this door, and then we can go and build more stuff. I do like Space Engineers, so I think it's got a huge amount of promise. If they can nail down the issues reasonably quickly, it's going to be a lot of fun when it's finally ready. I don't know how much they've got left to do really now, because they've got. I guess it's just a case of adding more ship parts now, tightening up what's there, and adding all their faction systems in. So I think it's going to be an incredible amount of fun when it's ready. I think, I said this to a friend, I think that this could actually be the next Minecraft, simply because it's that same kind of system of building things, block by block, but it's a little bit more, there's just a little bit more to it. So Minecraft without mods has staled. There's no doubt about it. Nothing really big gets released at any one time. But this game has a lot of things that Minecraft has had to have mods to add. So things like automation, automating your mining systems. Only not really automating it. That's the interesting thing. It still lets you, it's just sort of making your life a little bit easier, but it's not automating it completely. And that's kind of quite a clever thing to do, because you are still giving players things to do in multiplayer. So you can have the guy that mines things, you can have the guy that looks after the refinery, and you can have lots of people all working together on one thing still. So you can have a sort of a community, I guess, rather than, I guess, very much in the same way how Bassi and I work in Minecraft. We are very much two very separate entities. We will each work on our own things, but we'll sort of borrow things from one another, we'll make things for one another, we'll prank one another in, you know, light but humorous ways. And I could see that happening in Space Engineers in multiplayer, having people work separately of one another but still working together. So you can have that guy building his refinery ship, and you can have that guy who's got various different mining ships, and he keeps sort of upgrading them and making them better, but he still needs to use the refinery ship to get his plates, and the refinery ship needs the miners so that they can actually make more things. And hopefully there'll be other sort of tasks, you know, people who have little fighters to protect their faction's ships, and yeah, it could be a really, really nice game, I think, and certainly something that I could potentially play, possibly instead of Minecraft. So yeah, but we'll kind of have to see how it goes, because at the moment it's got a lot of promise, but it's also got a lot of issues. Yeah, it's alpha, and that's pretty much the excuse they can use for a while, but they can't use that excuse forever. So yeah. Right, that's a small cargo container. That's the one that I actually wanted to weld up. Right, so what I'm going to be doing from here is I'm just going to be finishing this section here. So I'll probably say thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time when I've got a little bit more of this constructed. And yeah, and possibly do something a little bit about the frame rate drops, which I think might be partly to do with quite how much I've got going on. We'll see. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.